noise is cut.
Yeah.
So if people outside are having fun, you can go to sleep. If you're having fun inside, they can go to sleep. This is because we make custom-made yachts. So every yacht that we build takes 2.5 years at least to be built, and every yacht that we make is a dream come true. We have to wait a lot of time. Our first lot of delivery is 2029. This means that you buy today a boat that you will receive 5 years from now. Okay. This is because the demand for this special segment is growing exponentially, and we have done a very good job at surfing the wave. Inside this, what you see, this area is called the Lazarette. Here you have the gym, the pool, so you have the ladies in the pool that give the motivation to the boys downstairs.
Well, if you're already on a yacht, then you need more motivation.
Yes, but you always need some extra motivation.
Yeah.
Usually what we would have done is we would have taken away the pool, enlarged the Lazarette, make it a dance floor, or make it another kind of area, very special. On the left we have the galley, and on the right we have our scuba diving center. But then we move to the engine room, which I think is the most interesting part of the boat. This engine room has ceilings that go over 2 meters. Its width is 9 meters. We have 2 Caterpillar C32 Tier 3 engines. This means that these are engines that you can push at full power for 280 days a year without any kind of maintenance, and they will not break down. This boat has a range of 7,000 nautical miles at 10 knots. This means that you can do Azores, Miami again, with only one fuel tank.
It's crazy.
This is an Explorer yacht. You have a steel hull of 12 millimeters, which is double the size required to be an unrestricted yacht for Reina class. You have an aluminum superstructures, 4 stabilizers with gyroscopic stabilizers from CMC, and many other safety features. For example, we believe in redundancy. So we have 2 main generators of 99 kilowatts each, one night generators of 55, one emergency generator. Instead of having one water maker that produces 320 liters, we have 2 water makers that produce 160 each. We believe in redundancy. This boat is embarking on a 7-year world tour. So they're gonna be in places where there is no rescue, and they only have their boats as safety. So you need to be able to rely on your boat 100%. One other thing that I'd like to point out is that usually when you have to fix your boats, your engines for example, you have to make a hole in the hull, take away the engines, fix them and put them back in. So we had to come up with a very creative solution. The solution was putting aluminum slabs on the whole engine room. The whole of the engine room is covered with these aluminum slabs, which give you easy access to any part of the boats. And then we added something very cool, because we said, fuck it, let's do it. Down there's a tunnel, which leads you straight to crew mess and chain well. From the tunnel you can access your fuel tanks, 7,000 liters of diesel, your oil tanks, waste tanks, you can access everything. Or you can use it as storage, or you can use it as panic room. For example, you are in the Horn of Africa, the Houthis, the rebels, etc. You have to hide out, you can go down there. But we have also built a bulletproof boat, so...
Also for the hostages?
Or whatever. This boat has 499 GPs. This means that if we close all the doors, we will make a hole on the top and we start pouring water. We have 499 tons of water inside the boat. We sell like 64,000 euros per GP. So to make the calculation, it rounds up to 32 million euros. This is a very social boat. It's a boat that is meant to be experienced in its fullness. So this is why you will not find an exact closing between the ambiances. You have your beach club, you have your main salon, you have your gallery back there. And even the layout of the tables of this beautiful Paola Lenti custom-made sofa, of all the other pieces of interiors, even the Occhio lights. They all give this sense of communal sharing. The sofa was custom-made in order to not create a differentiation between conversational spaces, because otherwise on a normal yacht you would have had a much bigger closing, not to waste AC, not to waste energy of the AC. You would have had a table and you would have had a sofa area. But the owners of the boats, they like to have their guests on board, they like to have their family on board, they like to experience the life on board. So they said, let's create something which will make us feel like a whole family. They have to be 7 years at sea together. They have to spend a lot of time together. This summer, they have done 6,000 nautical miles, 4 months around the Mediterranean. And they've come back and they said, yes, this is our home. They received offers during this boat show, which go way over the price that they paid for these boats. Way over.
When did they buy the boat?
They bought the boats in 2021.
Okay.
They received delivery in January 2024.
Oh wow.
Okay, so 3 years to build the boat. This is the product of their dream. It's their first boat. They only chartered until now. When they received the offer, which was a crazy offer. I will not tell you the amount, but a crazy offer.
How many offers did they have on this boat?
Many. The craziest one, we sent it to them because we said, okay, this one we have to send. It's too much money. We received one message back, which was, would you choose money or your family? They obviously chose the family because the boat is still theirs. But I want to show you something in the galley, which is an amazing space. Another thing, I don't know if you noticed, the boat is asymmetric. On the port side, right side, you don't have passageway. On the left side, you have one passageway. This is because we believe in discreetness and privacy. Discreetness of the crew and privacy of the guests. So the crew passes outside from here and goes straight to their quarters. But for 7 years at sea, they had to build a very big fridge. This is again custom made. Here you have the fridge zone, and then you have a deep freeze room, which goes until here.
Bro just casually has a walk-in fridge on the boat. That's crazy.
And this is not even the master's bedroom. The upper deck, which is usually used as a sky lounge. They're a very big family. They have 4 children, one of which is very young and needs a lot of attention. So they decided to give the oldest son, or the very important person that is coming on board, this room. And upstairs, the whole deck is the master's deck. And it's a very beautiful area. This usually it's a full bathroom, full beam bathroom. We're talking about 8.5 meters of beam, so a huge beam. But he's such a shoes enthusiast that he said, cut my bathroom in half, I need a wardrobe only for the shoes. And we did that. He's very happy. Now we can show him his shoes because he's actually in Palma, but he's coming tomorrow to join us. But they're a very interesting family. And the taste in the boats, the interior design, is made by Francesco Pascoschi, which is worldly renowned as someone that does museum-like interiors. So very bland colors, etc. But he went a little bit ballistic with this one. 44 kilos of core with 1, 2, and 3 layers of insulation. And when we close it, we have complete sound insulation.
Wow, that's amazing.
You see how the voice is cut?
Yeah.
So if people outside are having fun, you can go to sleep. If you're having fun inside, they can go to sleep. But privacy for us is very important. And with generators on, both of them, inside a cabin, you have 48 decibels of sound. The hearing limit is 60. For the boat that we are giving, we are not selling villas on water.
Okay.
Okay. For villas on water, you can go to someone else.
Yeah.
We build ships. So here, when you pay 32 million euros, you pay 32 million euros because you have the quality and you have the safety, you have the range, you have the redundancy, and you have these kind of interiors. Obviously, it's a high-level finish. Everything you see has been mounted, handmade by our people inside the shipyard. If you want to buy a freestanding table or bed, you choose it, and we build what you want. But for that kind of money, believe me, you will want to have a boat like this one if you decide to embark on a journey outside the Mediterranean. Or, for example, if you get caught in the storms that destroyed so many boats in the Mediterranean this summer. The shipyard was founded by one person which came from the luxury world. He was sales and marketing director for Custom Line, Ferretti Group. And the other guy, he built fisherman vessels, supply boats, oil tankers. When they joined together, they say, let's create something beautiful which can withstand the sea. The first boat looked like shit, they were tugboats. But then step by step, after 14 years, we came to this. And we conquered number one, and we maintained number one from 2017 up until now. So I think we're doing something right. This is the owner's deck. They reserved a full deck for themselves because they always have guests on board. They're very socialite people, let's call them, in the best sense of them, not in the Gossip Girl sense. But they love to be around with friends. The trade-off with that is that you lack privacy.
Of course.
So they said, okay, I'm building my boats, I want my privacy. The whole deck can be closed off by for guests and crew, and you will only be by yourself in this whole level of the boat.
I know you said building the yacht takes 3 years, but how long does it take to creatively map out how you want the yacht to look?
So
I feel like that would be a process too.
The building process begins only after we have signed first an LOI, a letter of intent, which is the moment in which,
deposit.
In which Ryan comes to me and says, "Okay, fuck it, let's do it. Let's build the boat." He secured the slot for February 2029, and he put down a 2% deposit.
2%.
Yes. Wow. After that, we go on. We call the designer. We call our interior offices, our exterior offices, our engineers, and we say, okay, these are the basic GAs of a standard boat. And okay, I want my rib here. I want another cabin here. I want the kitchen to be moved back here. I want this, and that. Okay, the designer creates something for you. The interior offices create something for you. We delineate the specifications of the boats, and then we sign the contract. This is how the boat we're going to do.
And how long does that process take?
Around 6 months.
6 months, okay. And so what happens if that contract is breached? Have you ever had someone put down that 2% deposit and not actually want
They
to
don't get it back. Okay. Because that is money for us. Telling someone you're going to receive your boat in November or in June or in May makes a huge difference. If I get my boat in November, I have a boat that is 1 year old the first moment that I use it. If I get my boat in May, I start using it in May.
Right. And how many boats is your shipyard actively building?
At the moment we are building 13 boats. Yes. But we maintain the production very controlled. So we launch every year into the water between 3 and 4 boats.
Okay.
This is because we have to maintain the quality.
Yeah. Well, I know you explained to us earlier, launching 3 to 4 boats into the water is a lot, because if a yacht brokerage is doing well and they're lucky, they'll sell a yacht 1 in a year. So
I was actually going to ask you that. What's a good year when it comes to selling boats?
A good year is the year when you reach the business plan. So it depends how much your shipyard needs to survive and how much your shipyard needs to meet the business plan. So we're talking about 3 boats a year. 3 to 4 boats a year to be comfortable. Last year we sold 12. So we had a very successful year. This is because we have made a jump in popularity, we have made a jump in quality, we have made many strides, and we have done many good decisions which were stick to what we know how to do. We didn't went and started doing stuff that we didn't know, because next to us we have people that have been building boats for 150 years.
Yeah.
We have 14 years. If you are a sane buyer, you don't come to us. If you're a reasonable person, you don't come to us. We cost the same, but we don't have the experience. So we stick to what we know how to do, which was the niche where we began, which is pocket explorers below the 500 GT line. So it's still an aluminum hull, so it's extremely expensive to produce a yacht like this one. We are going around 20%, 25% margin. But where we make our money is the extras, the customization level of the boats. This is the last level of the boats, before the crow's nest, which is upstairs, which we'll go later. But here it's a kind of privacy space. As you've seen, we have a huge beach club, you have huge spaces, etc., etc. This is where they go when they have their family lunches, they have a barbecue there, they have a bar here. They have a very unique way of experiencing their own boat. For example, there is a seating area here which was expressly requested for when they're sailing in conditions like this one, so it's cold. They can stay cozy there. They have a huge window to which they can see the Arctic or the many other beautiful places in which they're there. Here there is not much you can say, aside from the fact that this we buy.